All right, so for today, we're going to practice making some of the Punnet squares. So here are some scenarios, and you're going to make a different square for each one. So let's do that first one together. All right, so it says the flower color for a particular flower species is determined by one gene. There are two alleles for this gene: yellow, capital Y, and white, lowercase y. Yellow is dominant and white is recessive. Okay, so my yellow is a capital, my white is a lowercase. Yellow is dominant and white is recessive. All right, so question number 1. What offspring could result if a homogeneous yellow flower is crossed with a homogeneous white flower? Okay, so we know homo means the same. So if this homogeneous yellow flower, it would be yellow, so this one is Y, Y, okay? And if it's a homogeneous white flower, it's lowercase y, because it's the same. What is the probability of the offspring to be capital, capital, or capital, lowercase, or lowercase, lowercase? What is the probability the offspring will be yellow or white? All right, so let's get our square going. And remember, it has 4 boxes, just like if you're doing a multiplication at 2-digit by 2-digit. Okay, so I'm going to do the first one along the top, so capital Y, and I'm going to do the second one along the side. All right, so now you put this Y and this Y together, so capital, lowercase, this Y and this Y together, capital, lowercase, this Y and this Y together, capital, lowercase, this Y and this Y together, capital, lowercase. So they're all the same. All right, so the probability of it being capital Y and Y is 4 boxes out of 4, because they're all the same, or 100%. Okay, so if the offspring ended up having this gene makeup, then it's going to be the dominant one always. Because remember, if a dominant one is present, it takes over everything. So the dominant one is yellow. So it has 100% chance of being yellow. Okay, do you guys see how that works? All right, I'm going to set up the second one for you, and you're going to try it on your own. You're going to try it on your own. You're going to press pause on this video and work it out, and then check it with me, okay? So what offspring could result if from a heterogeneous yellow flower is crossed with a homogeneous white flower? Well, hetero means it has one of both. So capital Y and a lowercase y. Homogeneous white would be 2 lowercase y's. Okay, what's the probability of what it would be, and what's the probability that it would be yellow or white? So same thing like what we did with this one. So go ahead and make your box. Okay, put your first one along the top, so capital Y, lowercase y, and then lowercase, lowercase. And go ahead, fill in your box and do your percentages of the chance of how many boxes out of how many here, and then go ahead and press play on the video. So press pause, work that out, and then press play and see if you are correct. All right, so now that you have it done, you're going to check your answer with me. All right, so for the boxes, you have lowercase y and uppercase y or capital, lowercase y, lowercase y, capital Y, or uppercase, lowercase, lowercase. All right, so let's look at uppercase, lowercase. How many uppercase, lowercase boxes are there? There's 2. So it would be 2 out of 4 of the boxes, or 50%, because that's half. Okay, the other one we have is 2 lowercase, lowercase, lowercase. How many boxes have 2 lowercase or recessive genes? 2 of them do. So 2 out of 4, or 50%. Okay, all right, so let's look at our chance of being yellow or white. So what's the chance of it being yellow? So we're going to look at where our dominant genes are, because that's the dominant color. So we have 2 capital ones. This one doesn't have capital, so these ones would be white flowers because they have 2 of the recessives. So we have a 50% chance of being yellow. I forgot to write chance in here. Chance of being yellow, and a 50% chance of being white. Being a white flower. Okay. All right. So now I'm not going to start working this one out at all with you. You're going to do this one completely on your own. And then once you have it finished, you can click play again on this video and I will go over it with you. Please make sure you try it out on your own. Don't just keep listening to this video, because I want to make sure that you know how to do it. All right, so now that you have it done, so what offspring could result if a heterogeneous, meaning 2 different, so capital, lowercase, yellow flower is crossed with a heterogeneous yellow flower? So if they were the same, heterogeneous, heterogeneous. What is the probability of the offspring being those combinations, and what's the probability of them being yellow or white? Okay, so you're going to make your squares. You're going to put the first parent on the top, so capital Y, lowercase, and then the second parent, capital Y, lowercase. Okay, so here we have 2 capital Ys, or uppercase, however you want to say it, means the same thing, and then a capital and a lowercase. And then we have a lowercase and a capital and 2 lowercases. Okay, so for them to be uppercase and lowercase, there's 1, 2. So there's 2 out of 4, or 50%. That's an R, 50%. For being both capital, that's a 1 out of 4, or 25%. And for them to be both lowercase, 1 out of 4, or 25%. Okay, so the chances of them being yellow, let's see what ones have capital letters. So capital for dominant, capital. So 50% plus 25% is 75%. So 75% chance of being yellow. And then you have a 25% chance of being white. All right, so tomorrow we are going to work on a snowman using this information. So make sure you have this written down.